guys, to the 100 dart challenge. If you don't know what the 100 dart challenge is, so how does the 100 dart challenge work? You take a blaster with 100 rounds, you run 100 rounds through it with a timer.
The timer stops after you fire 100 darts.
Then you put it up on the 100 dart challenge list, see if it's good or bad, and see where it just lands all time. And that is how the 100 dart challenge works. Today, we're looking at the sledgefire. Picked this guy up at the thrift store literally like yesterday. How the sledgefire works, so you pull this thing on the back, prime it down, that primes it, you grab a 3-shot shell, fires 3 rounds at once, throw it in there, shut it, fire, hit it again, pull it down, opens, releases it, pull it out, put it in the back, and switch. I have 5 shells, which is not like my other shell blasters, and 4 of them are originals, 1 is 3D printed, and not very well. But this blaster fires 3 at once. The trigger is pretty fine. It's a little thin. Nothing wrong with it. The prime, it's honestly amazing. Just because the leverage and everything, it doesn't feel like you're priming anything. And the stock is very, very comfy. I actually want to make this thing a bolt action sniper for my Nerf wars. But nothing really bad to say. The other shell blasters did really well, but the issue now is I have to reload these. So we'll see how that goes. But with that, there's not really much else to say. Let's take this thing to the 100 dart challenge, shall we? Hello guys, and welcome to the 100 dart challenge. Today, we got the sledgefire. Why did it take me so long to use the sledgefire? Well, I just picked it up at the thrift store. Now, I have shells for this guy, but it's not like the trilogy and the pistol one, because I had like 33 shells today. The sledgefire, we got 5. We got 4 original brand new shells and 1 3D printed one. So, if you don't know how this works, you load it up first. Honestly, I'm gonna load up the back to see if that's any faster. And we're gonna do this as fast as we can. So on your marks, get set, go. The 3D printed one is honestly a little broken. And this sledgefire seems like it has had some better days because it's not very strong, it looks like. And because I only have 5 shells, I do have to load each shell at a time, which will slow me down. At least it's firing 3 at once, right? Should that make up for it? Hopefully. We will only see. The 3D printed one holds them pretty tight, honestly. The 3D printed one seems to be the weakest out of the bunch. Honestly, I think this thing needs some re-greasing and probably a new spring, honestly, just because it's not really performing to, at least what I remember, my brand new sledgefires back when they first released. I had 2 of them. That's why I have 4 shells, because I also have taken apart some shells to make them into other things. So not the smartest idea, but I did do it, so that's on me. That's why I only have 5. 5's still plenty, right? Should be. Anyways, this thing still fires fast, at least. I love how this thing loads, honestly. I'm hoping to turn this guy into my new main blaster at Wars. I'm going to make it a 1-shot break-action sniper rifle, but it's going to need a lot of work to hit the 150 mark, at least with its capabilities right now. It needs to be opened, it needs to be taken care of, because it seems like this one has not been taken care of that great. It's not like it hasn't been taken care of, it's just been thoroughly used, in my opinion. The outside's good, but the internals don't seem that great. Or maybe it's all just nostalgia, and this thing doesn't actually hit as hard as I remember. It's probably a little bit of nostalgia. Actually, those are all going a lot farther than I thought they should be. Those shots were actually pretty decent, honestly. And these are still, you know, the greatest Nerf shells. They hold pressure well, and they're really, really thin and small. So honestly, sledgefire shells are still the greatest shells, in my opinion. And they just work so well. Like honestly, if they didn't have the air release valve at the top, I think they would work a lot better with a brand new sledgefire. Uh-oh. That one didn't actually, oh shit. That one actually didn't fire all of them. The 3D printed one is having some issues. Actually, I think it could fire one at a time. Can it? I think it can. Hopefully, because I didn't think this through. What happens when we get down to like 2 or 1 dart? That's the question, honestly. Come on, fire. Yeah, I got fired all of them. Not well, but I fired all of them. Alright, we're coming on to the final ones. This should be the last shell reload. I wonder how we're actually doing. I decided not to look at the timer this time and just go as fast as I can. Alright. 4 shells left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. That's not very good at all. Dang, the reload really killed it, huh? Well, it's my bad. Well, at least you know the difference from having a lot of 3-shot shells at once to having something that honestly is not as smooth firing as the trilogy, just because you have to rip them out as well. They don't just eject. So, not that great. I'm disappointed, but what can you do? Let's get to where it stands, shall we?
So the sledgefire sits at 69th place at 4 minutes, 40.1 seconds. So with the multiple, not having all the shells to fill all of them, and the shells being a little bit harder to reload than the other shells, it is 69th, which is not very good. It's 2 seconds away from the Fortnite Pump SG, which is a one-shot a breech loader, and 7 seconds from the Mandalorian, which is a 4-shot internal magazine blaster, and 10 seconds away from the inboxed Menace, which is a menace in the box. So, did not do very well. It's in pretty much the bad of the 100 dart challenge. It's not good. It is a really good blaster, but not for firing rounds very fast. And with that, let's take it to the recap.
Oh, the sledgefire coming in at 69th place. Very nice. So the big issue was loading the shells, was killing its time. And honestly, everything else worked really well. Another issue was when the shell ejected, it doesn't launch out like the other shell ejecting ones. You have to pull it out, which shouldn't waste that much time, but overall the whole challenge slows it down a lot. But those are pretty much my only issues. It's just I need more shells and I need to be faster with it. And the 3D printed shell did not fire all its rounds once, which it did not help. So it did pretty alright. Nothing good, nothing bad. With that, nothing really much else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the rest of my 100 Dart Challenge videos. I understand the first, a lot. Videos aren't that good, but it's getting better. Every episode, the 100 Dart Challenge gets better. But with this guy, not too bad. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my channel. Bye-bye.